Before we jump into the studio, sometimes unsupervised, I want us to talk just a little bit about microphone stands and how to be careful and cautious and how to take care of our equipment. I'm just going to look at kind of our most robust mic stand, our biggest mic stand, the one that has kind of the most adjustability. And as we look at this mic stand, we can apply those same principles to other mic stands that we may use, even if they're not quite as, let's say, intense as this one. It's a little bit expensive. First off, I want to look at the main adjustment point on these. Know, first of all, that this is a place that can pinch the heck out of your flesh if you are not paying attention. Know that whenever you start adjusting a microphone, you want to start at that main area. Next, when we get into the top part, well, we've got a 6-pound weight roughly on the back of this mic stand, and as soon as we loosen the middle connection, we run the risk of a 6-pound counterweight on one end and a $300 microphone on the one end. We end up catapulting this thing across the room or into someone's face, or knocking it out of whack and just enough to loosen some connections on the microphone. Well, we don't want that. So I'm going to encourage you to be cautious, take your time, and when you loosen any one of these connection points, always make sure you've got 2 hands on the mic stand. And if you've got a couple people in there, you might also have somebody else nearby holding on to that, just to make sure you understand what's going to get loose the first time that you unscrew one of those connection points. As you work your way up the microphone, you can adjust the length of that. And then at the end of the microphone, you can adjust the tilt on this. And then lastly, the shock mount on the microphone itself has a little bit more adjustability too. I would always start with the biggest area of the microphone stand and kind of work your way out to those fine details. My next advice is don't adjust this stand swinging it left and right, lifting it up, twisting it left and right without first loosening those connections. If you do that, you're just wearing down the friction and kind of looks a little bit amateur. Not only that, but we have at least one mic stand that you literally cannot move unless you loosen it up. So pay attention to that and make sure that you're only adjusting mic stands when they are loosened and kind of ready to be adjusted. When it comes time to tighten them, don't bear down on it, just tighten it snug, okay? If you bear down on it, that's going to cause problems over the long run. Finally, these mic stands have locks on the wheels. If you think you need them, you can feel free to engage those locks by stepping on them. If you don't think you need them, please just leave them alone, because I think most of the time it'll be okay if our mic just sits there next to our vocal talent or next to the drum kit or what have you. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Number 1 rule, take your time. Go slowly. Make sure you understand which way the mic is going to twist and loosen as you adjust each of those connection points. Take your time. We don't really want anything broken. We don't really want anyone hurt. There we go.